Hey guys, EasyChamp here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we will be pulling again on my friend's account for the fusion. We'll be pulling 7 sacred shards, which isn't much, but it's for the summon rush, which is actually worth quite a lot of points. So we've got a progressive chance, no 2x. So we'll be going for Warmaster Athorion and Ugo. Warmaster Athorion is a very nice enemy max HP Hydra damager with block buffs and self buff, increase attack and increase accuracy. Then you've got Ugo, who does decreased defense and block buffs, AoE, and full team revive and leech. So let's get into it. First up, we've got an epic. We've got Ripper. So he's attacks one enemy, destroys max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. So he'd be alright for Scarab. One enemy 2 times, damage increases as the target's HP decreases. And then attacks one enemy, will ignore 50% of the target's defense, destroys their max HP by 40% of the damage inflicted. So definitely good for Scarab. If we look here... Oh, they don't have a Scarab one, but he would be good for Scarab. Then we've got ally crit rate in all battles by 19, which is pretty basic. So next one. Another epic. Oh, Husk. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Attacks one enemy 2 times, 20% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 2 turns, damage based on attack. Then attacks all enemies, 35% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Damage inflicted is proportional to enemy max HP. Attacks one enemy, damage increases according to this champion's current HP, damage based on HP. So that's not great, because if he's got low HP, he doesn't deal much. But then increases ally HP in arena battles by 30%. Oh, epic again. Who is this guy? His head is, like, tiny. Alright, here we go. We got attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 20% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. Attacks one enemy also has a... What's that? 30, 40... So 100% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Also has a 80% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 30% when fully booked. That's every 3 turns. That's not good. Attacks all enemies, 80% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack and 100% hero reduction debuff for 2 turns. That is 100% chance when fully booked and every 3 turns. So that's alright. Increases ally speed in dungeons by 24%. He is apparently fairly good for everything. 5 stars for Chimera 1 rating. Okay. I don't have it. I'll have to check the Chimera out. I haven't even seen what it does. But oh well. Epic again. Oh, Jotun. That's like, I think, a triple or 4th. Takes one enemy, 30% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 2 turns, damage based on HP. It's the weak decreased defense debuff though. Takes one enemy, 75% chance, that's 100% chance of placing a HP burn debuff for 4 turns, that's every 3 turns, damage based on HP. Then we've got, takes one enemy, destroys the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. Damage increases by 50% if the target is under HP burn debuff. That's every 4 turns. His damage is based on HP. Increases ally HP in faction groups by 29%. Got a lot of reviews. Good for Demon Lord, and that's pretty much it. Absolutely horrible for Fire Knight and Spider's Den, because he's a 1-turn hitter. So, well, haven't even got Ugo yet. And it's supposed to be 25 times chance. Gerhard Stone, I think he's new. Takes one enemy, 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, 40% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, instead if the target has more than 75% turn meter, so that books up to 50%, so that's actually pretty good. 30% places a 30% increased crit rate, and a 30% increased crit damage buff on this champion for 2 turns, and attacks one enemy, will ignore 25% of the target's defense, will ignore 50% of the target's defense if the target is under an increased defense buff. Damage based on attack, that's every 3 turns. Then you've got immune to fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, stun, sleep, petrification debuffs every 3 turns. when fully booked. I'm not sure what that means. I think that means every 3 turns if someone tries to place a stun, it doesn't land. I'm not sure what that means, but it increases ally resistance in Doom Tower battles by 50%. So, he could be alright. He's 5 stars for Chimera, but there are, like, 2 Chimera ratings, so hard to say. Speaking of Chimera, I saw a, Rain Beast. Another not good epic. We haven't even gotten any good epics so far. I saw a video about Chimera where, the new free legendary helped, I think it was Nubraids, or Boozer, get a massive amount of damage to Chimera. Takes one enemy, places a 15% continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn. Damage based on defense. 15% 1 turn, that's alright. Takes one enemy 2 times, revives a random ally with full HP if this attack kills an enemy. I always wondered what that did. When you verse him, he's in faction crypts a lot. He's quite annoying, especially for faction crypts, when he has so much health. Then you've got, when an ally is attacked, places a shield buff equal to 35% of this champion's max HP on that ally for 2 turns. Occurs once per turn, will not place a shield buff on this champion. Shield goes 30% when it's fully booked, extra 30%. So that's pretty good. And then, last one. Surely we get a legendary this one. Or at least Uko. We didn't even get Uko. That's ridiculous. Attacks one enemy, fills this champion's turn meter by 15% if this attack is critical, damage based on attack. Attacks one enemy, places an extra hit if this attack is critical, fills the turn meters of all allies by 30% if this attack kills an enemy. That's, like, alright. And then, attacks all enemies, places a 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns, also places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns if this attack is critical. So, not great. Like, not great at all. We didn't, 25% chance, and we still didn't get Ugo is really bad. But, yeah. So we'll pull a few more shards. We'll choose Teox for our, Rub the Shard, for our progressive event. And hopefully we'll get some good stuff. Teox would be good, but, any legendary would be good, so. Who doesn't love a good legendary? Oh, Anchorite. I've seen people use him in teams. Not sure what he does, but, it's good. He can, I don't know, I see people use him in Wixwell teams a lot, which is good, because, yeah, Wixwell's OP. So we'll just clear up a bit of space, about 30 slots. We'll just feed them. So Nick, Saint, is it Sarah Saint? I think it's Sir Nick, is a good champion. But we could be going for the fusion instead, but the fusion looks like she could be bad but also good, if you know what I mean. Like, she looks like she might rely heavily, like, she might have to have Nick with her or something, or she might not actually be that good. I've seen her skills, and she's alright, but I don't think she's anything special. But then again, when you've got Maneater, Nick's pretty much the same, so it all depends at what point you're at. I mean, she has a full team revive, so that's good, but there are a lot of people with full team revives that lots of people have. You've even got rares like Reliquary Tender here that have 2 or 3 people revives. So, yeah, it depends how you look at it. Void Legendary, good. Although, at this point, not amazing. Oh, Geo! Yes, Geo! Yes! Geo! Geo is who we're looking for. Geo is where it's at. Let's go. So, this account, my friend's account, he has not got Geo yet. He's been wanting Geo the entire time. He's like, I want Geo. When can I get Geo? Stop getting me legendaries and start getting me Geo. So, he's got a AoE, decrease accuracy, Then he's got a removes, if they're under HP burn, steals all buffs, and if the target is killed, removes, resets the cooldown of Quicksand Grasp skill, which is the Quicksand Grasp skill is the good one. Of course, his damage is based on attack, but this one takes a lot of books, but it's fully depletes the target's turn meter, fills this champion's turn meter by the amount the target loses, has a 75% chance of placing a HP burn and 25% weaken debuff on the target for 3 turns. His passive pairs with this super well, and it makes him actually OP. He can deal more damage than basically anyone in the game. Here, decreases the damage all allies receive by 15% and deflects that damage onto each enemy under a HP burn debuff placed by this champion. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. Whenever this champion is attacked, deflects 30% of the damage instead. When deflecting damage on each enemy hit, has a 30% chance of dealing additional damage equal to 3% of the target's max HP. So on the Demon Lord, that's insane. He's especially good for Wixwell teams, or unkillable teams as well. Basically any team, just all teams and every team and any team. But yes, so we've got lots of snow points now, so hopefully we've got enough for the last bit. We didn't get enough, that's a shame. We'll probably pull a few shards, or do some dungeon farming instead. But, be back in a bit with another shard pull. There's a 2x event on in an hour, so we'll hit that. Alright, we're back for the 2x event. We paid for some ancient shards using gems, of course. Why would you pay money for ancient shards? Cough, pays money. But, hopefully, He-Man isn't looking great, so he's the 10x event, but hopefully we don't get him. Hopefully we get a good legendary, because we've got, this account has Trunda, Odin, Thor. It's got, really stacked champions, so a He-Man will not. Ooh, Ugo! Ugo's good. Dark Aethel. Ooh, Ilsinja, and then, that's a lot of epics. So Ilsinja's used for fusing, is it Ilsinja? I'm just saying Ilsinja is used for fusing Mikage, but he's already got him. So this is the main skill. Removes all heal reduction debuffs from all allies, then removes one random debuff from all allies, heals them by 20% of this champion's max HP, and then if all allies are dead, revives them with 50% HP and turn meter, which is... I don't see what the fuss about her is. A lot of, my clan mates are just I want Ugo, give me Ugo. They want Ugo more than most of the legendaries in the game, and I don't see what the fuss is, but she's got a decent kit. She's just... I don't see how she's a crazy game changer. The main thing is the fact that she has to be the only one left alive for her revive, which is very iffy, if she takes too much damage from bombs in Bommel or something, the bombs will kill her before everyone else, or something like that, She does place Leech for her A1, which is alright. Oh, actually, it's pretty good, but then... And then she also does decreased defense and block buffs AoE, but it's not as good as Monkey's, and since he was a free, he kind of, makes that skill useless, because he places it before... So the OP thing about Monkey is he places it before attacking, meaning he can even place it if it's weak. Oh no, he steals buffs before attacking. Rub the shard. He steals buffs before attacking, meaning it doesn't matter if it's a weak hit, he just doesn't place the block buffs. Horden, Jarang, 2 not good epics. Captain Tamila, wow, 4 absolute not good epics. 2 Lammy Bears as well. Interesting. Alright, well, don't have many more shards, so hopefully we get something good. Oh, epic, Oathbound. Oathbound is quite meh. He does have a interesting multiplier, which is quite rare, which is a defense and attack multiplier, so you can make him tanky while also having his damage up. No epics yet. No epics. Oh, there we go. Seeker. Ooh, already got Seeker. I think this is his triple, but, Seeker's good, so... We'll buy a few more, I think, maybe. Well, it depends how many points we've got. We might open some more shards, but if we've got enough points for the tournament, then that'll be all we'll do. Champion Chase tournaments are by far easier than the, what are they called? I can't remember what the word is, sorry, I'm just brain dead right now. Summon Rush. Summon Rush is a lot harder because it's the types of shards. So you have to summon a lot more higher level shards, whereas the Champion Chase you can save up legendaries. You know, like you can have some legendaries from Fragment Summons, you can wait to fuse Mikage for a Champion Chase, you know, like guaranteed epics and stuff with Sacred Shards, although, but like Summon Rush, 500 points from a Sacred Shard, so you've got to open like 6 Sacred Shards to get the first fusion thing, and then if you open like a bit more shards, you can get a free epic, so it makes it a lot easier to fuse like the person. You can skip like 4 events, so that's pretty good, but only if you've got a lot of shards. Oh, epic, Talia. Hopefully we get a legendary from a sacred. We didn't last time, but nope. Like, I think it's a bit ridiculous. On my account, I've only ever gotten like 1 Sacred Shard legendary the entire time. Like, I never get Sacred Shard legendaries. It was Warmaster Athorian though, so I'm not complaining. But it's just, I don't know, Sacred Shards. I prefer Ancient Shards, mostly because like you get to open more and it's cooler. But like, it's just something about Ancient Shards I like more than Sacred Shards. But that's just personal. Sacred Shards are supposed to have a bigger like chance of giving you something good, but by the time like you look at the fact that it's probably like a lot harder, like easily 12 times harder to get a Sacred Shard than an Ancient Shard. So technically the odds are pretty similar, if not in favour of Ancient Shards. Legendary! Oh, let's go! Ooh, Jintaro. I like this dude. Oh, and then Tarshan and Rain Beast, 2 not good epics, but who cares? We got Jintaro. So I like Jintaro. Like, he looks really cool. He's one of the best looking. Oh, what's going on here? Hello. Oh, there we go. He's one of the best aesthetically pleasing Shadowkin in my opinion. Like, I like his blade. It looks really cool. Takes 1 enemy, grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. That's very basic. It's good, but it's like very basic. Attacks 1 enemy, steals 100% of the target's turn meter. Decreases the cooldown of Oni's Rage by 1 turn if the target is immune to turn meter reduction effects. That's every 3 turns. So that is, so like for Demon Lord, if Oni's Rage is good for Demon Lord, then that's a good skill. You go attacks 1 enemy, 60% chance, 60% decreased defense, and 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. Will attack 5 times instead of 1 on every 4th use of this skill against the same target in 1 round. That's every 3 turns. Goes down to like every 2 turns if you use that skill. All turn meter fill effects are increased by 50% when used on this champion. That's pretty good. So you got a 30% turn meter fill. That's like 45%. Increases ally attack in all battles by 29%. So he sounds like he'd be very, very good for Demon Lord if you could keep him alive. Attacks 5 times every 4th or 5th use of this skill is actually so good. Like, especially against the Demon Lord, and you've got the cooldowns. So, like, in a Wixwell team, which is handy, because we just got Wixwell earlier, and Geo, we're getting all the people we need for an insane Demon Lord team. This is, like, really good. Oh, we're 3rd. Oh, let's go. If we hold our position, which it doesn't look like we're going to, we'll get an Immortal Soulstone. But, yeah, so almost at the Sacred Shard. I got 1,220 out of 2,000, so we're more than halfway there, and we've still got like 1 week and 5 days of free points. So that's pretty good. So Nick is at 2,000, and you get a lot of good rewards in that last milestone. Well, that'll be all, ladies and gentlemen, so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.